Order, order. Siobhan McDonough to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr Turner. I beg to move that the House has considered the persecution of Ahmadiyya Muslims and other religious minorities in Pakistan.
In a 2.5-hour debate in Westminster Hall, a cross-party group of UK Members of Parliament called on the British government to take urgent action to press the Pakistani government to end persecution of Ahmadi Muslims and other religious groups in Pakistan. The debate on 11th February 2016, called by Siobhan McDonough MP, featured nearly 20 MPs from across the UK and across all parties who unanimously denounced the persecution of Ahmadi Muslims and other religious minorities in Pakistan. Siobhan McDonough noted that the persecution of Ahmadi Muslims was unique in that it was based on Pakistan's laws that targeted Ahmadis. The MPs were also critical of Pakistan's blasphemy laws that carried the death penalty and were used to persecute minority groups with impunity, and called for action to end the hate speech and the hate rallies against Ahmadi Muslims. Siobhan McDonough MP, who is also chair of the UK All-Party Parliamentary Group for the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community UK, said,
"This state-sponsored persecution has been enshrined in the country's constitution since 1974. On top of this, they are openly declared deserved to be killed, with neither the state nor civic society willing to stand up for Ahmadis against extremists."
MPs also called on Pakistan's government to release 70-year-old Mr. Abdul Shakur, an Ahmadi shopkeeper from Rabwa, who was jailed in January for 7 years under the country's anti-terror laws and anti-Ahmadi laws for possessing copies of the Holy Quran and some religious books. MPs also called for immediate release of Mr. Tahir Mehdi Imtiaz, who has been held for 10 months without charge on spurious allegations of blasphemy. The debate called for further action in Bulgaria, Thailand, and in particular Indonesia, where this month Ahmadi families were forcibly evicted from their homes in Bangka Belitung by the local government simply on grounds of faith. Mr. Rafiq Hayat, National President of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community UK, said, "It was an important and timely debate. The persecution of Ahmadi Muslims in Pakistan must end, as must the horrific violence against Christians and other minorities. Pakistan must repeal its discriminatory laws that deny its own citizens their basic human rights." The All-Party Parliamentary Group for the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community was established in 2010 by Labour MP Siobhan McDonough to promote in Parliament the Ahmadiyya Muslim community and to help combat targeted attacks made on the community by various extremist groups who have focused their efforts to make life for Ahmadi Muslims as difficult as possible after blasphemy laws were put in place in Pakistan in the 1980s. Attacks on Ahmadi Muslims have amplified over the past years, where in recent targeted attacks, hundreds of Ahmadi Muslims have been martyred and injured. This report is brought to you from MTA International, UK Studios in London.